Welcome back. This is the Roundtable, guys. Thank you for giving us a piece of your Saturday, guys. And let me introduce you to the panel. We got my Cowboys family. We got fifth quarter Cowboys. We got the guy hosting the show on his channel, the power man himself, Dallas Cowboy fan, 1980. I'm your host of the show, Dallas Cowboy Football News. Now, guys, we might look like the Brady Bunch stacked up here. We are using what they call StreamYards now. Google Hangouts is no longer available. So let us know in the comment section what you think about this new setup with the Brady Bunch screen. I actually really enjoy it. It gets everybody's name of who's talking on the screen, if they're muted, if they're not muted. So I'm actually loving this. Big shout out to South to Heaven 88. Josh Manny, Cowboy Fiance in the house and on the live stream. We Them Boys in the house. Jose Pablo Ibarra Perez is in the house. And Captain Sandy Hook. Hello to all you guys in the house. Real quick, guys, breaking news. Obviously, this is old news, but we haven't talked about it as a roundtable. Ezekiel Elliott is in Cabo, getting his body right, hopefully, getting his mind right, hopefully, and waiting to sign on dotted lines, hopefully, on an extension. It's 1980. Go ahead and open up your channel. Let's talk to your people. And let's talk about Ezekiel Elliott after you do that.
All right, guys, I appreciate it, man. Roundtable is back in full effect. Thank you, Dallas Cowboy Football News, for hosting, emceeing the show. Like I say, we got football news in the house, my Cowboys family, and DJ Crown J, fifth quarter Cowboys. Guys, I want to thank y'all for coming in, taking time out of your Saturday late evening to join us. So we're here to talk about Dallas Cowboy football updates, news, training camp, Zeke, Jerry with the comment, all that crap. So y'all jump aboard the mothership of Jabroni Productions because we in the house. Let's go, baby.
Let's talk about Zeke real quick, 1980, and then we'll move it.
All right. I guess I'll go first. Lord, let me see if I can say something that I haven't said already in my videos. Let's go ahead and pay him. Let's just go ahead and pay him. I mean, there's nothing else to discuss anymore. Zeke needs to be paid. This offense, the offensive line, every ingredient that comes with the Dallas Cowboys is a recipe for Ezekiel Elliott. This team is built around the run. This team is designed around the run. The offensive line is built and designed around the run. We are a run-first team with a run-first offense. Granted, we do have Dak Prescott. We got on paper, which seems to be a good core of wide receivers, tight ends with Jason Witten coming back on the scene, making one-hand catches in training camp. Blake Jarwin, Schultz, Rico Gathers. Well, we'll see if he makes the team. Cobb, we got a loaded roster when it comes down to the offense and the passing game. But in order to take over a game, in order to beat the other opponent, make them tired, is the running game, pound for pound running game. And we need Zeke to step in. We need Jerry to go ahead and just say, hey, man, my pride is out of the way. Come on, man, let's go. I told y'all what I was going to do. I went to Walmart today and got my O.J. Simpson black gloves. And I got them. And I'm going to go find Zeke. I'm going to Cabo, catch a plane. I'm going to go find Zeke with the O.J. Simpson glove and the Bruno Mali shoes. So, Zeke, I'm telling you, if you're listening, I'm looking for you. I'm going to have my offensive lineman right behind me. They're going to be with me also with O.J. Simpson gloves on. I'm looking for you, buddy. I'm telling you. Jerry Jones, I'm looking for you, too. I'm going to go steal your helicopter right up the street here in Frisco, and I'm going to fly. I'm going to fly to wherever you at. I'm going to come get you. But let's go ahead and feed Zeke the money. Feed him the money like we do on the field. Just come on, man. Let's get it going.
Absolutely. Feed him the money, 1980 says. Fifth quarter Cowboys, introduce yourself, and let's talk about Ezekiel Elliott.
Give me 1 second.
My Cowboys family, introduce yourself, and let's talk about Ezekiel Elliott.
What's up, everybody? I'll let Fiance speak first, of course, as always. Sub up to this whole panel, this whole crew. Thank you guys for having us on here. It's always about that star over everything. So, Zeke.
Well, I mean, 1980 said it, feed him the money. I mean, he's taken on so much of this team. He's had to carry this team in a way that, I don't think the Cowboys or Zeke were expecting him to carry this. He literally was carrying this team to the point of limping, getting off the field for a play, coming back out there, limping another few yards, and then to have to suffer the injustice of not even being out there in the red zone to get touchdowns. I'm just saying.
Also poorly used.
I know, but that's what I'm trying to say, that Zeke did so much for this team, and he wasn't even able to show for it in the touchdown stats, when he got us to the red zone in the first place. So I think it's kind of an overcompassing thing. You know what I mean? Because those stats, even though they don't matter, we do see how it matters when it came time for Gurley's contract and everything else. So I think it's kind of double-sided. Zeke sees that the way that he's been used already, the way that it seems like the Cowboys might use him, because we still don't know what our passing game is going to look like. And he's saying, hey, forget this. I'm the one doing the most work here. Forget Dak, forget Cooper, forget everybody. I'm the one doing the most work, and I deserve to get paid now. So I think Zeke is just looking out for himself and all the work and all the things that he's done on this team. And I'm not trying to take that away from him. I say pay him now, but I'm still a little concerned because, Zeke is hands down the best running back in the league right now. So that to me scares me a little bit, because that means that he's probably demanding a lot of money that we might not necessarily have.
No.
So
well, I mean,
I know we have it. I'm just saying that we're not sure how the Cowboys are prioritizing it, but I just hope that Zeke is a top priority for them the same way that he is for me. Sign him now. And I do think the Cowboys will get the deal done before the season starts.
No, well, now I think that, again, I've been saying this for a while, that Zeke is the guy that runs this team, whether we wanted this to go this way or not. This is the way it is. Zeke he was the last piece of the Romo years, with Dez and the offensive line and Witten. And that piece kind of, he became the first piece, the true first piece of this era of Cowboys. So this team was going to be built to him be the last piece. Now he is carrying the team. That's the way we used him. Now, Zeke's not stupid. As Fiance said, he's looking out for himself, as he should. And when it comes to the money, I know you said about paying him the money. It's not a surprise that he'll get over 14.5. That's what Gurley's going to get. That's what he's getting. I'm sorry. So Zeke getting 15 or 15.5 million. I don't worry about the extra million for Zeke. Pay him for this season. Maybe next season, if we had planned differently, maybe we could have taken it. Maybe we could have weathered this a little better, but not this year. This is a Super Bowl year, a chance for us to get into the Super Bowl, a chance to make a run. You cannot throw any year away. And you know what? You sign Zeke to a 3-year, guaranteed, and then you go maybe 5 years overall, whatever it may be. You got to have clauses in the contract to make sure that to guard against an off-field incident. If that happens, you're gonna have to have in the contract, in the clause, and there's gonna be a clause in there that has to say if you get suspended, you got to forfeit, or you lose some of your money, whatever it may be. He just doesn't get those incentives or whatever it may be. So you have to put in those clauses in his contract, I believe. So in the end, you give Zeke what you got to get. You got to still worry about that star over everything, because you still got to worry about the team. But I do believe 100% we have money to pay not only Tank, which we paid already, but Dak, Cooper, Zeke, and Jalen Smith next season. It's the order that you have to look at, and I think that's where the Cowboys got a little messed up here, because the front office we had a plan, right? They got Dak and then Cooper, or Cooper and then Dak. Either way, it was those two guys they were hoping for, and then next year it's Zeke. Zeke's gonna get his. But next year, and now he's trying to jump in line, which I understand it from Zeke. I'm not mad at Zeke. But the Cowboys have a plan to pay all these guys, and they can do it. So just pay Zeke. Another $500,000 is not going to break this team. And we got more enough cap space, not just for now or the next year after that, but when the CBA is redone, you know the deal. That's all from my side.
Oh, not all so far. Nice thoughts. Fifth quarter Cowboys. Introduce yourself. Let's talk about Ezekiel Elliott.
Fifth quarter in the house.
Man.
Fool.
I knew this.
Oh, man. Man. So Zeke got 2 years left on his contract, right? And He ready to get paid. He deserves it. But I'm gonna say what I said when they was going through this with DeMarcus Lawrence. Can't let the players back you into a corner. You just can't do it. See, the thing is, being the fact that we don't know the numbers that the Cowboys offer Zeke, it's really hard to debate this. But folding, like when they got back into a corner about DeMarcus Lawrence, it made all the other players feel the way they feel. If Zeke holding out and then he get paid, it's just gonna make all the other players feel like that's what they got to do to get paid. The Cowboys sent an offer over, he turned it down. I said early on he had no leverage. Well, he had little leverage. Zeke, I don't know what he wants, but the fact that the Cowboys sent something over to him, and I think they turned it, they sent a counter offer or whatever. It's just looking real messy, man. And sometimes it's not the player. Sometimes it's the agents who talk the players into holding out, talk the players into turning down deals. Zeke probably wanted whatever the Cowboys sent over here. If you look at him on Instagram, he liking every damn picture the Cowboys put up. Because he wants to be every picture they put up, he liking it. Every training camp picture, he liking it. These agents getting these guys head like, no, don't take that. You're worth more than that, and which you are. But like me and Mike always talk about this, and other NFL guys talk about this too. Like, I know some of y'all might agree you can pay everybody, but you can't pay everybody. It doesn't work like that. Everybody can't get paid the big bucks. It's just, I don't care. It just doesn't work that way. Everybody can't get paid the big bucks, and every other player on the team also get paid. Like, if the NFL worked that way, every team would have damn 5-star, a whole damn starting 11 5-star roster. It just doesn't work that way. Everybody can't get paid. As simple as that. Like I said, Zeke, I'm pretty sure he want to be out there. But your agents get to talking to you and they get to telling you things and like, hey, you did this for this team. Without you, the team was this. Think about this. Think about your career. Think about the lifespan, the short lifespan of running back. You need to get your money now. You got a family to support. You got to do this and do that. And the agent's not lying about none of that. But you can't let them create sour relationships because Football News disagree with this. But I said Zeke, he kind of, it bothers Jerry Jones because I'm pretty sure he's done things with Zeke that we don't know about. This is probably some shit that they didn't covered up, and he just felt like, he expected not a hometown discount. Cause I'm pretty sure they sent Zeke a hefty, contract or a hefty thing over there, but you just can't do that. You can't let them dictate how you run your organization.
Somebody in his ear.
I just don't believe in that, And like I say, a true holdout is a holdout. You go straight radio silent beside talking to the players in your personal time. Zeke is on Instagram liking every damn picture the Cowboys put out there because he want to be out there, man. But his agent, probably his mama, righteously so.
Yep.
Mama gonna tell son, just chill out. Let's get this money. But you don't want to create sour relationship because once you get that magnifying glass on you, once they pay you, then you really can't do no wrong. You know what I'm saying? Once they pay you, look what happened when they paid Dez. Look what he was the man, and it just I don't want to bring up Football News' point because he made a good damn point about why we drafted Zeke and about the running back position. I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm gonna let him do it, but it's so damn cold blooded, and I'm not even gonna do it. I'm gonna let him do it. It's cold blooded as hell, and it's gonna hurt a lot of feelings. It's gonna hurt a lot of Dak Prescott fan feelings, and Dak made me a fan, and I'm not ashamed to say it. Dak made me a fan towards the end of the year. He made me a fan. I said it a million times, but I think the offer that the Cowboys sent over, Zeke should have went out there. He should have took it. He should have took it because one thing's for sure, Dak Prescott ain't going nowhere. They're gonna keep him for the long haul.
Yeah.
That's for sure. We know the lifespan of running backs.
Mm.
They want Jalen Smith. He ain't going nowhere. We ain't got to talk about Amari Cooper. That we know he not going nowhere. And then you got the safety and X Woods. Ain't no telling what type of guy he gonna turn into. He probably, I don't know, man, because he at training camp looking like, man, So I just hate that agents can really get in these guys' ear and make them go against, the ones that believe in it. Because Jerry Jones, man, he went to bat for Zeke, and I just don't think it's healthy as far as a relationship goes between players and the owners, because without those relationships, a lot of these guys wouldn't be on teams long as they would. And I think you pay Ezekiel Elliott. Well, I think you stick to the offer you gave him. I don't think you budge because then you let the players dictate how you run your business. And if everybody understands how the salary cap work, everybody can't get a big contract because you pay 3 players. Then who else you got? So I think the Cowboys should stand firm on what they sent him and not fold, man, because they did it with DeMarcus Lawrence, and I don't want them to do it again. So that's just why I'm at with it, brother.
Awesome points there, fifth quarter Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott and my stance here, guys. As everybody knows, I don't trust Dak Prescott to take over football games without having key players in games, right? Dak needs Amari Cooper. Dak needs Ezekiel Elliott. If I have those 2 players in there, I have more confidence in Dak Prescott. Because if you don't have Zeke, then you can cover. And Dak, we all know Dak holds the ball too long. Fumbles happen. Overthrows happen. And then if you do have Zeke, obviously it opens up play action, which Dak Prescott has one of the best passer ratings under play action. And so it having Amari and having Zeke helps Dak Prescott. And without a caliber running back like Ezekiel Elliott not back there, I'm nervous game in, game out, because I don't know what Dak Prescott I'm going to get week in, week out. If Dak Prescott has Amari Cooper and he has Zeke Elliott, they only lost 1 game with Amari Cooper and Zeke on the field at the same time, and that was against the Tennessee Titans, Amari Cooper's first game. I need both these players here. At the beginning of this offseason, Jerry Jones said, we got the money set aside to make Zeke a highest paid running back. Stephen Jones said, Zeke is the straw that stirs our drink. Now, it seems like to me that the Dallas Cowboys are backpedaling of what they were saying just 2-3 months ago. That's terrifying to me because Dak needs Zeke just as much as Zeke needs the Cowboys. Because if Zeke does any of this damn distraction and any other 31 teams out there, Zeke will not be in the National Football League. Look at Johnny Manziel. It didn't work for him. It damn sure ain't going to work for Zeke. And Jerry Jones tolerates that because it's, you bring me the money, I let things slide. Jerry Jones has always been that way. Michael Irvin, Josh Brent, the guy that killed another Cowboy player in the car accident, still had their back because Jerry Jones is a fair, simple-minded guy. And Zeke, with his track record, he has 2 pending lawsuits with the Vegas incident and all this stuff. He's a knucklehead off the field, right? So I mean, the Cowboys, I wouldn't put it past Jerry Jones to use this history, even though he had his back, this history that Zeke has, to say, look, I've had you here, sign this bottom line right here. And Zeke's agent, like fifth quarter Cowboys, everybody else said, is in the ear. And I don't have Instagram, so I didn't know that Zeke was liking posts with that. I mean, that's positive news. But I honestly don't know if Zeke gets a long-term contract this year or next year. And even the Cowboys been very vocal that Todd Gurley's, because Todd Gurley did this with 2 years, the fourth year and his fifth year option. Todd Gurley did the same thing, and the Cowboys been vocal that Todd Gurley wasn't worth top tier money, and he wasn't supposed to get that. And it goes back to the question that we asked on this roundtable: do the Dallas Cowboys value the running back position? Some guys on the panel said the player. I don't think they value the running position, matter the name or whatever. And I wouldn't be shocked if Zeke doesn't get paid and he holds out. What good news is he's still going to be a free agent with the Cowboys. Cowboys are going to obtain his rights, so we can still get something via trade or something out of him. But I honestly don't know if the Cowboys are going to pay Zeke, and I don't think they're going to pay him this year. Because think about it. If they were going to pay Zeke, I think it had already been done with all the talk that they were doing this offseason. And hell, even the holdout was a big surprise. Jane Slater said it, inside Cowboys organization. Jane Slater, NFL Network, said it was a huge surprise to the players and to the personnel about Zeke's holdout. So they got blindsided, and they have Zeke's back. And to be honest, I think the Zeke shit on the Cowboys by holding it. Any rebuttals, guys?
Respectively, I will rebuttal. You got to remember, every team is different. Every player is different. The Dallas Cowboys have a designed offense for the run. That's our bread and butter. There's no mystery about Zeke's off the field, shenanigans. There's no mystery behind that. Everybody knows that. We don't have to keep going back and forth. I'm pretty sure Jerry has spoken. I'm pretty sure Jerry has talked to Zeke and said, hey, man, we got this, and we had your back. We were in the courtrooms with you, yada, 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 this, and that. Then you went to Las Vegas, by yourself with no positive influence or positive people around you. You just did your own thing and did that and pushed the little boy down. And, now he's trying to, and now the Frisco thing has come up with the car crash and all that stuff. And now that's coming up and resurfaced and everything. And I think they got so many good players on this team. And this is why nobody has gotten a big contract yet, because we got so many good players on this team. This on paper, we probably got the best team in the NFL. Like seriously, on paper, on both sides of the field, not just offense, but defense as well. And they are looking ahead as well. They're looking ahead at guys that are probably going to be future stars. Jalen Smith, like you mentioned, tackling Dutchman, guys like that. X Woods, Byron Jones, they're trying to figure that out. So it's just like, I don't think they want to just throw Zeke the money. I've said they need to go ahead and pay him, you know what I'm saying? But they're probably looking at this through a thin sweater. They're probably saying, well, if we pay Zeke, Dak, and Coop, damn, what we're going to be, But I think that they need to go ahead and work something out with Zeke. I'm pretty sure they've already threw a number out at him, like DJ brought up, and he was like, nah. And his agent was like, that's not good enough because I need my cut to be a little higher than that. So when you got that going, this is that type of recipe that, meal you're going to have. Zeke needs to be on this team. When you brought up the thing about Dak Prescott needing Zeke, they all need each other. If you ask every quarterback in history, they're going to say, shit, I'd love to have Emmitt Smith behind me. Oh, I would have loved to have Walter Payton behind me. Oh, Bo Jackson? Oh, shoot, yeah. That would have took the load off of me. Every quarterback wants a running back. Trust me, there's no quarterback out there that say, oh, shit, I don't need no running back. I'm good, But, every team's different. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you really can't use that as an argument. I'm not saying you were, but every team's different in that aspect. But this team needs Zeke. Like, seriously, it needs Zeke. It needs Dak. Right now, Coop's in the mix now. They need him too. We need the offensive line. We need Travis Frederick. We need Martin's back to be okay. We need Travis Frederick GBS syndrome to be okay. We need Tyron Smith who's talking about, every year I feel great. We need him to be okay. This team is designed to win now. We're right there at the door. And if we don't take advantage, we'll be at the back. We'll be at the back of the line again, going 8-8 or going to the wild card or going to the conference, whatever, and then losing again. But we got all the ducks in a row. We just got to overcome this problem, and this is a problem for us. It is.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to speak on this, baby?
I will say.
I have something to say.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, 1980 hit a lot of good points there. I will say, to kind of touch on one of the bigger parts is, everyone needs the team aspect of it to win. You know what I mean?
So it has to be
everybody working together here. But I think that part of it too is, again, it comes down to Zeke individually. Like DJ made a really good point about the agents, and how the agents have, probably a lot of like influence over these players. We actually heard a little bit directly on how like the agent was involved in Tank's contract. So, and I don't think there's any animosity now. I mean, once the ink is signed, all the bad feelings go away. So to me, I feel like it will be similar with Zeke. You know what I mean? Like right now, things obviously we might be in a negotiation process, but
that's
once things get, once the ink is dry, I feel like all those bad feelings will go away.
They will. And here's.
But I will say that the agent probably is a bigger influence than we think. Someone on Zeke's side obviously has to be advising, influencing him, telling him, at least guiding him through this. And I imagine it is his agent, since his agent's probably the one that deals the most with these contract negotiations. So
listen, I understand what you guys are saying. I hear you. I hear what DCFN is saying over here. But Dak did win. I'm saying went through a lot of hard difficulties. I'm not trying to give him like excuses. Not excuses. I've been hard on Dak. If you listen yesterday, I took a lot of shit for what I said about Dak and his lack of accuracy yesterday. One bad day is nothing, nothing to go crazy about. But I didn't like the way the media was portraying him like he couldn't do any wrong. So make that clear. You guys know I'm big on Dak here in a positive way, but I'm hard and critical. And when he messes up, it's on him too. But I think you're overdoing it there, DCFN, on him, because I don't think it's just, you got to go back to Lenahan with the situation he was put in with a crap offensive line, no tight ends. Listen. Dak had his back against the wall, as well as this entire team. And who is the guy with the team's back against the wall still led this team in rushing, led the NFL in rushing? See, that is the key to me, is that this man has done more than enough, and he doesn't know how the Cowboys are going to use him. He's got to play for his thing there. And this is what this is to me, is negotiations in the media. Zeke hasn't said one word.
I know, but
he hasn't said one word, Zeke. He all he did was go to, he didn't show up to camp. He spoke a million words there. He went to Cabo, spoke a million words there. Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, they're playing the media. They're playing in the media right now and kind of shooting at Zeke, basically, shooting at him and kind of cutting it. There could be a lot of animosity here. I believe when this thing gets done, there'll be no animosity. I truly do.
Well, you got to think about this real quick.
No, I want to add one last thing.
Sorry,
no. Since I know. It just, you had said this too. You keep throwing out this 15.5 million. Like, we don't know what the Cowboys offer was, first of all. And
Correct.
We don't know what Zeke wants. Like, he could want 16, 17, 18. We have no idea what Zeke wants. I know DJ hit on that as well. Like, so we can't sit here and assume what Zeke, might
but we
want
can't
to do
we
on
can't
that
say
end.
we can't say Zeke take the deal.
We don't know what
offered.
the Cowboys offered him, but we also don't know what Zeke wants. So that's my point. We don't know where the two sides are going, but we all kind of assume the Cowboys lowballed him, though. I mean, that we pretty much guarantee.
Cowboys pretty much come out like that.
Well, and I agree with the Cowboys lowballing, because Stephen Jones already said they're not going to break the bank. They're not market setters. Cowboys salary cap is different than the Rams salary cap. Stephen Jones and DJ, fifth quarter Cowboys, been screaming this all offseason. Who cares about market value? And Stephen Jones uttered exactly what DJ, fifth quarter Cowboys, been screaming all offseason.
Mm-hmm.
And the Cowboys, I really don't think they're going to break the bank on these players. And I really think they expect Dak Prescott to take a hometown discount. And if he don't, I don't know. Maybe they'll go my route. Maybe they'll franchise tag him. But if I was a general manager right now, Amari Cooper has to get extended first, because he's the one making the most money out of all three of these guys. And if you can cut that base salary down, then you're going to have more room to sign other players. So when we talked about this subject about 2 months ago when I said, who would you sign first, Dak, Amari, or Zeke? I said Amari Cooper because of this reason. People jumped on me. Oh, whatever. I was the only one that said Amari Cooper needs to be signed first. People thought I was hating on Dak, but read between the lines. Anyway, but, I mean, 1980, fifth quarter Cowboys. What's your guys' thoughts about Stephen Jones saying we're not market setters? We're not going to hop to the beat of what other players are making in the National Football League.
DJ, you want to go? You want to go, DJ? Go ahead.
Like I said, when we first talked about it, I said it didn't make no sense to me. Like, why? Because somebody else on a whole nother team is making this, we got to pay this guy this. And, a couple people like, that's just the way it is. No, it's not the rules. It's just what they do. They don't have to. And I said they don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have to do that. And the Cowboys are standing firm. DeMarcus Lawrence held the Cowboys hostage with a shoulder surgery.
Yeah.
And now that surgery is keeping him from starting at the beginning of the season when we need him, even though he just signed a big contract and he won't even be there to play. His agent got in his head and told him not to have that damn surgery, and he didn't do it, and it's going to affect our damn team. We need him first game, but he's not going to be there. You don't have to give these guys big money because another team gave another guy big. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
If it worked like that, that's like me telling my job, hey, I know a trucker that make this much money, so you need to pay me this. You know how crazy that sounds? That sounds so ridiculous. Like, man,
exactly.
It is. Like, no, it's not like that. Like, just because he's over there making because Carson Wentz made that and Dak's stats may be better, that doesn't mean we have to do that. And I'm glad Stephen Jones said we damn sure ain't gonna be the market setters. I loved when he said that.
Yeah, that's
true. Loved it because we cannot fall into that trap. Look around the NFL. Look at what these teams are paying these guys. Like, do you know what they gave Todd Gurley? Now this man have an arthritic knee. Like, do you know what the Eagles gave not Nick Foles, pardon me. What the Eagles, that's the real Super Bowl champion. What the Eagles gave Carson Wentz, and he didn't even win a damn Super Bowl. Nick Foles won that.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if he can stay healthy a full season now.
He damn sure can't.
Like, they overpaying, the whole league is overpaying these guys, but these guys is gonna walk. Like, every team, like every team in the league think they're gonna win the Buffalo Bills think they're gonna win a Super Bowl this year. Every team thinks that way. The Jets feel like Le'Veon Bell is going to take them to a Super Bowl. They really feel that way.
They also thought Brett Favre was too.
Hey, watch your mouth about that now. We're not going to do Brett Favre. That's a legend. Anyways, I've been saying it forever. You don't have to do that just because other people do it. You don't have to do it. And I'm glad Stephen Jones came out and said this shit, man, because once you let that happen, you can't let them dictate how you run your business, man. Like, I don't know what they offer Zeke, but there was a counter offer. But what I do know, the way Jerry Jones wants to keep Zeke, because he's a good running back that knows the system, he's probably, in my opinion, he's the best running back in the NFL. Everybody says Saquon Barkley, but what Zeke does,
Zeke's the best running back, period.
Yeah. See, you got fancy guys, Saquon Barkley, Alvin Kamara, them guys, they are fancy running backs. You look at how many big yard plays they had, it's because they run out of open space to catch the ball and get their yard. Zeke is going to run you head on.
Yeah.
It's completely different. And
I have a question for you, Fifth Quarter Cowboys and DCFN, because you guys both just said it and you confirmed it. No, genuine. No, I mean this in a genuine way. Seriously. So Zeke, we all agree Zeke is the best running back in the league.
Period.
Yeah.
So when it's time to sign the best player at his position, how does he not set the market? And I'm not saying that we got to throw buckets of money at him. I'm saying it like, how do we sign him without breaking the market?
What are you saving the money for, guys?
I'm just saying, like, how do we do it? Because
we saved this money for this reason.
Like, if he is the best,
it's foolish, guys. It's foolish.
And it's
well, hold on.
All the other situations around Zeke. I'm just saying, like, I don't understand Stephen Jones when he says that, because if Zeke is the best running back, his contract,
it's business negotiations.
Set the market if he is the best.
It's business negotiation. That's all he's doing. He's fooling you guys. He's not gonna. It's just all part of the plan, guys. That's what it is. And again, I'm glad he said it. Makes people happy. That's cool. It calms down the base. But I'm telling you, Zeke, if he's the best running back, right? Everybody agrees on that here. Then he should get paid more than Todd Gurley. That's it. That's the way it goes.
He should get paid more than Todd Gurley.
The Cowboys, watch. Watch.
You say he should get paid more than Todd Gurley. I like when y'all turn y'all camera off, go on mute.
No,
and then
I'm
y'all
good.
hold 'em up.
First of all, I want to make something clear. Fiance is the one saying that. I'm asking one question.
That's me.
I'm asking one question.
But they didn't answer it.
No. I'm serious. If Zeke is the best running back, how do we sign him without, setting the market? For him if he's at
because this is how you do it. This is how you do it.
Okay,
it's all about,
bro.
It's all about guarantees. Okay, because you can let a player fulfill his contract, and I mean, if the contract says $100 million and he play in 5 years and he does that in 5 years, and he's going to get $100 million, right? So, but you can make the cap number low, but you can set the guarantees high, and that's how you don't break the bank, because it's the average per year. Zeke can make $16 million a year, but his guarantees are probably going to be anywhere between $60 to $65 million guaranteed.
And that's all he wants, and he's going to get that. That's what
because that was Le'Veon Bell's issue, was I have to have the guarantees, and that's, to answer your question, that's how you make that salary cap number low. It looks like a low number on the back end, but the salary cap hit is not hard in the face. That's how you do it.
Look at Tank's contract. It's the same thing. This is what I've been saying from the beginning. Tank's contract is constructed this way. We get the signing bonus up front, less than a little bit in the current base salary. Let's say for Amari Cooper, you could do that with him. But with Zeke, it would go up some, right? But that's the per year average. That's my point. We can easily pay him what Zeke wants and still get him so it fits our team properly, and we will do it. We will do it.
Now, if the Cowboys want to mimic exactly how the Saints signed Michael Thomas, if the Cowboys knew what the hell they were doing on the books, they need to mimic that exact same contract as Michael Thomas, because on the back end, you can throw away Amari Cooper and he ain't going to touch your books. That's smart business. Smart business.
Winning pacifies greed.
What do you think, fifth quarter? Your turn, baby.
Mute.
He's talking on mute.
I only got 2 words out, so I didn't really say nothing. Shout out to Eric Reed, man.
Oh yeah.
Eric Reed said, if you good, the money will chase you down like you stole something. And to answer your question, Amy, sorry, fiance. If Zeke wasn't who he was, Zeke wouldn't have leverage to hold out. So when you are who you are, you don't set the market. You make a move to negotiate. And that's what he's doing. You don't set the market. You make a move to negotiate. Now, when negotiate, you make an offer and your team makes a counter offer. You don't just factor in your own field play. You don't just factor that in. You got to factor in what you do on the field and off the field, because he can do something, get suspended, then we can pay him, then he loses a lot of money. When Zeke, us paying Tank, and him not gonna be there the first couple of games, mind blowing to me. Ezekiel Elliott had room, because he's the NFL 2-time leading rusher. Would have been 3 in my opinion, to do what he do right now and sit out. Not questioning that at all. Nothing at all. I told y'all he was the MVP last year. But at the same time, to say he deserves more money, a running back with the short lifespan, with all the hits and all the catches and all the carries he already had, deserve more money than Todd Gurley. Nah, that's just ridiculous to me. Like, you have to pay the players that's going to give you longevity. I understand everybody wants this Super Bowl right now. I want it too. But we can't do something right now that's going to hurt us later on.
That's true.
All this getting money on the back end. I understand it. I get it. Stephen Jones is not fooling me. Nobody.
What did DCFN say?
Well,
the guarantees is what matters. He's right about that. It doesn't matter how much you show him 16 per year. It's how much we're going to be on the books for. After 3 years, we can cut him with minimal loss. Look at Tank's contract. It will be similar to that.
But I want to hear what 1980 was about to
Sorry,
say.
man.
Yeah, DJ, I'm gonna be real quick. We're gonna get back to DJ real quick, guys. The main prize of football is the Super Bowl. The New England Patriots are not going through this. because they are a finely tuned machine. If we, like I always say, winning pacifies greed. You get what I'm saying? I understand players are good at their positions and they want their money. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But the New England Patriots aren't going through this. You get where I'm going with this? They're not going. They are happy with mediocre players at certain positions. The coaching, the smarts, the discipline, the no penalties, the winning where it counts, the allowing you to beat yourself, them hoisting a Super Bowl trophy every year is their pacifier. See, now we got to go through this. We got to go through this off the field stuff. We got to go through these players getting in trouble off the field. These prima donnas, this and this and that. Oh, the best running back in football. We got Amari Cooper and gave away a first-round draft pick for him, which was well worth it. Dak Prescott, arguably good, arguably not good. Oh, not accuracy. Oh, he's getting better. Footwork is getting better. John Kitna on the scene. Kellen Moore, new offensive coordinator, showing new things, different things, progressing. Got Witten back. Yada 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 yada. Right now, all I want to do is win a Super Bowl. Whatever we have to do. I don't want to, like BJ say, I don't want it to affect us down the road, but I want to win now. And I agree. Every one of you have a very good point. I see what you're saying, BJ. See what you're saying, Football News. See what you're saying, my Cowboys family. I'm not taking anybody's side, but what I will say is that the Dallas Cowboys organization, they need to figure something out because this team is designed for Zeke. If we put somebody else in, it's like putting a Cadillac part, a Honda part inside of a BMW. It's going to run, but it's not going to run right and smooth. You get what I'm saying? Everybody say, oh, we just plug him in.
That was fire.
Me playing the game on different levels, I do understand that. I do get that. Because when you got a different guy in there, younger, faster, yada, 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 it's cool. But then again, it's not the guy that you normally, they really need to figure something out with Zeke. Because without Zeke, and I hate to say this, and I might get chewed out for this, but everybody has a right to their own opinion. But I really hate to say this, but we're going to have a hard time making it to the Super Bowl this year. I don't know not one Cowboy fan that don't want to make it to the Super Bowl this year. Like I said on my live stream the other day, it's been 25 years. We ain't got time for the future. The future is now. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to be like, oh, well, shit, we can lose. Oh, we got next year. You know how long we've been saying that? I mean, shit, but, it is what it is. The situation we're going through with Zeke and the contract. Got to pay this guy, got to pay that guy. The Dallas Cowboys, hopefully they know what the best option to do. We don't play for them. We're not in their financial, situations or whatever, but we need Zeke. We got to find a way to get Zeke out there. And that's just my opinion.
Absolutely. And real quick, Misguided Pro asked the Roundtable a question here. We're going to answer this question, then we're going to move on. We've been talking about Zeke for almost 45 minutes. Misguided Pro says, as a general manager, what do you do when you pay Zeke and he gets suspended again? My Cowboys family. Dallas Cowboy fan 1980. I'll let you guys answer this question first. As a GM, what do you do when you pay Zeke and he gets suspended again? Take it away.
I said you cry.
What can you do?
Well, what I'm saying is
you can't predict that. You can't. That's something that if it happens, I mean, shit. If you pay him his money, say Jerry Collins, hey man, I'm tired of this. I'm gonna pay you your money. Come on, Zeke. Come on to Oxnard. We need you to come on out here. I got you. I'm gonna take care of you. Yada yada yada. And if that does happen, it just happens. I mean, what are we supposed to be wrong by the way we feel about needing Zeke? I mean, shit. If hopefully he get his act together and not. Hopefully that doesn't take place. I get what you're saying. I get why you're asking that. That's a good question. But that's just not something we're hoping for to prove a point. You get what I'm saying? It's just like, come on, man. I mean, let's just hope that doesn't happen. I mean, It shouldn't, but it could.
On top of that, I want to make sure I say, and I know Misguided Pro said that when I said clauses in his contract that not guard against him doing anything, but guard our money, the star over everything. Still, you got to put in some kind of, if he gets suspended, you got to have some kind of.
She followed up. She said character clauses on future performances sounds like a trust issue, and that is a cause for cutting. So it's like.
Well, but here's the thing: who put himself in that situation? Was it the Cowboys or Zeke? So Zeke put himself in that situation. Again, you can have the 16 per year average if that's what your number is, and you break it down the way DCFN said it with the guarantees and you front load the contract. That's the way the contracts are going to go. So you got Zeke for 3 years, option to 2 more, something like that. But my point is, you have to give us something. And when I say us, I mean the Cowboys team, the front office, the star, and you gotta have the agent has to understand it. And that
what's that something that he has to give though?
No, I'm saying Zeke might get 16 a year average like he wants, but then he has to give up, if he fucks up off the field, then you have to, you got to take those options in your clause that give the team a little upper hand. If you mess up, I think you got to hold true to that. If you don't,
I think you might have found the possible sticking point. Maybe it's not necessarily the money as much. Maybe it is some of the, other things around the contract that the Cowboys want, some of the other guarantees that Zeke's not willing to give up and say, hey, and again, we don't know what they could be because obviously there's limits to what the Cowboys can put into the contract to quote unquote control Zeke, limit Zeke or save their money. But, maybe that's more the sticking point. I think Zeke is finding a cold, hard reality that he thought his talent would outweigh some of the mistakes of the issues that he's had. Yeah, I think he thought that would kind of surpass it and overlook it and still get him some of the things he wanted without having to give up as much. I think he's realizing when push comes to shove and it's contract time, hey, these things matter a lot more than you think.
Well, he knows now.
Hey,
well, go ahead, fifth quarter.
I got a question.
You damn right you can ask a question.
My Cowboys fan, I got a question. Do you think Dak Prescott is better than Carson Wentz?
Baby. You want to answer that one?
Yeah.
Is Dak better? I believe he is a better quarterback than Carson Wentz.
Yes, and I think that he's done more, whether it's actual time on the field. I think he's proven it more.
Especially with a shitty coordinator.
You think he's all around better than Carson Wentz, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think he's better than Nick Foles?
I think he is better than Nick Foles. I do.
Okay. Okay, cool. So, do you think the new guy, the Tony Pollard guy, and you think he can be better than, let's say LeGarrette Blount and Darren Sproles and Jay Ajayi, stuff like that?
It's been 6 days of training camp. I have no idea.
Way too early to tell.
But how about this? I hope so. I would love for him to be.
My point is, the Eagles won a Super Bowl with a backup quarterback and no true star running back.
That's true.
Right.
So what I'm saying is Zeke is not the gatekeeper to a Super Bowl entirely. It's funny, y'all. Most people saying without Zeke we can't win a Super Bowl. Those are also the same people that Dak is one of the top 15 quarterbacks in the NFL, but nobody is mentioning him. They just saying without Zeke we doomed. What about the star quarterback?
I think the reason for that, DJ, is because the Dallas Cowboys historically have always been a run-first team, and I don't think that just a run-based team.
Lately, Garrett's philosophy has been that.
And I'm just not sure if, and again, I don't really see too much of that changing. And right now, again, this team doesn't know how to function without Zeke. That's my worry.
I don't think we're doomed. I don't think we're doomed. I don't think we're doomed. I don't want to put.
But see, this is where the Cowboys.
That's not really great, though. You know what I mean?
This is where the Cowboys messed up in drafting Zeke, was because Zeke wasn't supposed to be the team wasn't supposed to be about Zeke. The team wasn't supposed to be. The team was built for Romo.
Correct.
Zeke was drafted for Romo. So the Cowboys
Zeke
put themselves in a pickle.
Not Dak Prescott.
He was the final piece. Now he's the new piece. He's the first piece of the new team.
He's the only piece from what we're saying.
Anyway.
Sorry, go ahead.
But look, though, here's the point. Zeke was drafted for Romo. Zeke was going to be a play-action machine for Romo.
Yes.
The running game was going to go down. If we still have Romo, the wear and tear Zeke has now, he wouldn't have.
Correct.
But he has it now because Dak is developing while he's in the game.
Yes.
He wasn't seasoned like
That's
Romo.
tragic.
So,
And that's where I said that Zeke, that's why he's looking for his money now because circumstances changed. We had to lean on Zeke a lot more because Dak was our quarterback.
I'll tell you why he's looking for his money now. I'll tell you why he's looking for the money now. It's because the Dallas Cowboys drafted 2 running backs this year. That's why.
No.
Because you had Jay Ajayi on the market, you probably got that for cheap. How many running backs were on the market you could have got for cheap? The Dallas, Tony Pollard right now, dude, is tearing camp up.
6 days, bro. Come on. You know better than that.
You can't. The intangibles is not going to leave in 10 days from now. What he's showing in 6 days is going to be consistent to what Tony Pollard's going to do on that field.
You just can't say that
here in September.
Come on,
I can't say that. Okay, so Zeke, why do players get drafted in the first round and have all these high grades? Because they're projected to do that, right? If Tony Pollard wasn't good, he wouldn't have got drafted. Period.
We're talking about 4th rounder to a 4th overall. Come on, man. Let's go on to the next topic.
But so you're devaluing. So you're devaluing 4th round picks. Dak Prescott is a 4th round pick.
4th overall pick. I'm valuing that over a 4th round pick.
Now,
Yes,
I want to hear real quick from 1980,
Shame
but
on you.
I want to point out one last thing though that DJ, I actually really did say that thing about Romo and Zeke and how I'm not like no joke. Like listen back to our stream like a day or two ago. Like I had this realization live on stream. I said I'm like holy crap. You know, Zeke was brought in. Anyway, I'm just saying, like,
Kamara was a 3rd rounder. Thank you, JR Prod. And then, hey, Cowboys for life.
But Romo was a different type of quarterback. Romo kind of went in there. He was a coach on the field. He kind of did his own thing and audible and stuff and did his own thing. He had Dez and all those receivers to throw to. You know, Romo was a gunslinger anyway. So, I mean, there's no mystery behind, what happened. The game changed. Obviously, it changed tremendously when Romo got hurt and got, and had to, step aside for that because
DeMarco Murray was a 3rd round pick too.
I mean, shit.
Okay.
I'm just saying right now I think this is the last thing I'm gonna say about it because the Dallas Cowboys right now are a better team with Ezekiel Elliott on the field. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
You're damn right. That's my foundation of my argument.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that we cannot go to a Super Bowl because it's been done. It's been done before by other teams. Hell, Joe Montana went to the Super Bowl. He had Jerry Rice and John Taylor on the outside. And Roger Craig, he was okay. Tom Brathman was okay, but they weren't Zeke or Emmett or Barry Sanders or anybody. So it could be done, but you have to have the right personnel and players in order to line up to do that. And I don't think Dak, I love Dak to death, but he's not a Joe Montana. He's not a guy like that. Not yet. I'm not saying he will be, but we're not there yet. Now, this team now needs a dominant running back. I would like it to be Zeke, since Zeke has been our running back and he's led the league in rushing yards 2, should have been 3 times. But, that's just what it is. I mean, I would like it to be Zeke. That's all I'm going to say.
That's running back in the last 3 years. Yeah.
I don't know what Pollard can do against another team in a real game. I don't like training camp. I don't like blue and white games. I don't like players going up against each other and stuff like that. That don't tell me nothing. I don't give a damn what he did in college. I played college ball. It's a totally different ball game from little kids to grown men in the NFL. You get paid in contracts and agents and stuff in your head, and you still got to remain focused to play the game. And you got kids and a wife and family and all this stuff to worry about too. It's a grown man's game. Right now, I don't give a damn about Tony Pollard and what he can do. I care about what somebody that I know can do. Now, if Tony Pollard get out there week 1 and clown, then I'll start riding his nutsacks in. But right now, I ain't gonna do it right now because I don't know him. I don't know these young guys. I really don't care. All I care about is come time, we whooping that ass in the Super Bowl. That's all. I don't care about it. Let's just get this shit resolved and let's just go, man. Because it's gonna be a boomerang. It's gonna keep going around in a circle. Everybody gets opinions wrapped up in shit, gets sensitive. This is almost as sensitive as Dak Prescott. You get what I'm saying? So Dak, we in line. This team we got right now on paper are in line for a run at the Super Bowl. On paper, like seriously. So they need to get it together. They need to fix it. They need to fix it real fast because it's getting ugly. Fans are turning their backs on each other because of this shit. It's Dak Prescott all over again. So they need to fix that shit, get Zeke on the phone, get him out here. I'm going to get the O.J. Simpson gloves and go looking for his ass. And let's go, man. It's just shit. Ain't nobody else can do the job. Who else can do the job right now?
All I know is I'm saying I got faith in my.
Oh, okay. We got Alpha Morris. Alpha Morris ain't Zeke. You get what I'm saying? So we trying to win now. It's been
You're speaking some reality here.
Young guys right now. They've been developing young guys since 1996.
You have the money for a reason now.
But I'll go back to Jerry Jones' point. You don't need an NFL leading rusher to win a Super Bowl.
I agree. So what?
As long as you get you a half-ass running back back there, it's going to win you a Super Bowl.
I see what 1980 is saying.
Yeah, but you built a team around the run.
Okay. The point everybody's
and you got running backs.
I don't do the training camp shit neither, because every year Lance Lenore have a good ass training camp. He get in the game and that's some of it.
Having one this
2 years straight.
He ain't having a good one this year.
He let me down 2 years straight. But I get what you're saying, bro. Like, you got teams like New England who don't need that, but they got Belichick and Brady. You know what I'm saying? So I see what you're saying.
Let me go get Jerry Jones right quick. I'll be right back.
But we've been on that topic forever. We can definitely move on.
Definitely. Training camp standout, guys. And I know my Cowboys family does a really good job covering this on their channels. Tony Pollard is going to be a Hall of Famer, FYI. From what I've seen, he's one of my standout guys.
You were there. You were in Oxnard, brother.
I was in Oxnard, California, guys, and it was a hell of an experience, guys. If you ever have the opportunity to go, make sure you get the Cowboys United Fan Pass. If you have that already, it's just $10 to get field access. That's it. So definitely check that out. If you ever have the opportunity, guys, to go to training camp and you have your Cowboys United Pass, it's just $10 to get on the field, guys. I had the privilege to Dak was really working on footwork at training camp. John Kitna was putting all quarterbacks through footwork drills, but Dak Prescott still, because when you throw a football, it's all about the hip. It's like when you're swinging a bat, right? When you throw a football, it's all in your hips, it's all in your arm motion. I still have concerns about Dak Prescott's right foot when he's throwing the ball. It's still not set. It's still not accurate enough. That terrifies me just a little bit more. Reggie Davis, number 11. I think that was my Cowboys family guy, number 11 for standout. Who was that? Was that few fifth quarter? Somebody said Reggie Davis earlier, and I was like, he ain't shit. What the hell is wrong with y'all? This guy, number 1, has speed like nobody's business. And I'll tell you, my guy, John Vaya Johnson, who I was excited to see, number 81, him and Dak already, Dak and 11, 81 and 11, with Dak already have this chemistry, guys. If Dak's been throwing them forever and throwing to them forever. The defensive line, guys, Charco Charlton is trash. Rico Gathers is trash. They look robotic. They don't look. You look at Dorrance Armstrong. You would think Dorrance Armstrong's been in the league for 5 or 6 years. This is Dorrance Armstrong's second year in the National Football League, and Dorrance Armstrong looks way better than Taco Charlton. Way better than Taco.
Rico, he really looked sluggish. He really looked like he was slow.
It looks like he don't know how to run. That's what it looks like. Jason Witten looked really good out there, guys. He hasn't missed a beat. I'm telling you right now.
Bullshit.
Jason Witten looks really good.
Goddamn lie.
I'm a PG.
I'm not lying, dude. Jason Witten looks really, really
Bullshit.
good. I'll tell you another tight end that looks good. Blake Jarwin looks really, really good, guys. I did have the privilege to take a picture with Robert Quinn. I did get Dak Prescott's autograph. Diana, my youngest daughter, got to talk to Dak Prescott, which was pretty cool. I'm not a Dak Prescott fan, so I was kind of in the back holding my daughter while she was handing him the stuff to autograph, the Sharpie and stuff. So she got to talk to Dak Prescott. I didn't have much to say about Dak. To Dak. I did talk to Thurston Hill, guys, at our second round pick. Amazing man. I mean, this guy.
Go Knights.
You went all that way not to talk to Dak.
Right.
I talk shit on here about Dak. I wish he would have said. I would tell Dak.
Okay, check this out. So we talked to Thurston. He has "What Would Jesus Do" on his wristband. People were asking him, what's his favorite Bible verse and stuff. So he's a God-fearing man, real kind guy. He's great with kids. I'll tell you another one who's great with kids. Adam Redmond, the offensive line, number 61. He talked to my kids too. There was another one. Oh, number 93. Somebody help me out. What the hell's his name?
That'd be Daniel Ross, sir.
Daniel Ross. Yes. Diana and Ellie asked Daniel Ross for his autograph, and Daniel Ross was like, "Oh, you just melted my heart. Of course, I'm gonna give you an autograph." So we got Thurston Hill, Daniel Ross, Adam Redmond. Oh, he looked amazing in that middle, dude. Tristan, whatever. I called him Tristan in front of his face, so I got his name wrong. He didn't correct me, so it must happen a lot. But anyway, I had an opportunity to talk to George Iloka, but he looked garbage out there, so I didn't want to talk to him. Number 20, yeah, he did not look good out there at all. You know what? I'm going to tell you this real quick though. Mark Colombo, guys, and I wish the media heads film this kind of stuff. Mark Colombo is a hands-on coach.
Okay.
So he knows. Yeah, this guy knows. I mean, this guy loves to coach. You can just see the teaching passion in this guy's heart, man. Like the offensive line would run drills against each other, and let's say offensive lineman A wasn't doing something right.
Right.
Mark Colombo would go up there. Hey guys, check this out. Try to do this. Try to do that. Whatever. Let's try this again. Boom. Okay, you did this right this time. Now let's try to do this way. I mean, he is a perfectionist. He talks to the players right. I really was impressed with Mark Colombo just being in his truly first year as an offensive lineman coach and how he coaches up the players. Chris Richard, all over the place, but you got to love him. Rod Marinelli, all over the place, but he knows how to get shit done.
Chris Richard, my brother, man.
Jason Garrett looked like shit out there, just standing there. Yeah, that's all he was doing. I don't know, guys. I'm telling you, if you have the opportunity, go see your players practice. Go to
Byron Jones in Byron.
He's on pub, so all he did was really walk around and work on the side, along with Tank Lawrence.
What about Cheeto?
Cheeto looked good. Cheeto was hanging with number 11. I think number 11's probably as fast as Lucky Whitehead.
Did they do a lot of 101, cover 0, cover 1 drills? Okay.
They did. They did do all that, and Cheeto was able to keep up with it. Anthony Brown looked really well too.
They turned heads.
They actually Cheeto is turning his head and batting balls down.
Okay.
Jalen Smith, dude, you got to see Jalen Smith in person. There is, I mean, as a football fan, watching football, growing up, stuff like Jalen Smith, just the way, and Leighton Vander Esch too, just the way these guys move at the size that they are. And as much as I appreciate football, it's beautiful to see. Oh, God, it's like looking at Jason Witten in 2011 when I went to my very first Cowboy game. It was beautiful to see. Jason Witten looked really well back then. But, Dorrance Armstrong, though, this guy is a man, and I would not be surprised if he doesn't start at least in week 8. I'm sure he's going to work his way to the start. This guy is huge, massive. Like DeMarcus Lawrence or DeMarcus Ware huge, like that big. Really surprised. But what you guys stand out from afar?
Do you want us to go next, or you want me to? Okay, maybe you want to hit on this or anything, or do you want me to?
I guess I have one question for you, DCFN.
Wait, let me do that.
So I have one question for you, DCFN. You said that Jason Witten looks great.
Oh, he looks damn good out there. Ask him. Send him a tweet.
So, I love most of the stuff that's going on in camp. Again, I don't agree with the Witten thing. I think that Witten looks actually, just at least the same as last we saw him. Still slow.
You got to see him in he ain't slow. He might look slow, but he's not slow.
Win. That's not the Witten we have anymore.
Yeah,
like we
exactly.
have 2019 Witten. It's 2019 Witten, but it's not
20 Witten that took a year off. His legs are fresh. I can tell you that.
His legs ain't damn fresh.
No, he's
happened. So no.
Hey.
So, well, there we go. So no, what I'm trying to say is that Witten, he's doing Witten things. He's going to be smart, getting open, all that stuff. I like what he's doing. I love what Blake Jarwin's doing. But yeah. I mean, what I've seen from him, he's definitely, maybe one of those guys that are going to take the next step up. Now, I know at the end of this, I'm going to save my criticism at the end because I know it's going to piss some people off. So I'm going to just save that for last. And yes, I know 1980. I know. Once I start saying something, I got to get ready for the hits to come. No, not by you, but the chat. I'll be ready for that soon. But no, I mean the good things, guys. I love. Again, you brought up Richard, DCFN. Richard is elevating these guys. The Richard factor. Richard factor is huge for this team. Last year started Byron Jones, day one. And it's still, you can see it. Michael Jackson, he is playing damn good out there. He got a pick 6 on Dak in the 1-on-1s against Randall Cobb. Michael Jackson is looking good out there. Jordan Lewis looking like the best goddamn quarterback out there. Awuzie is doing great. But my guy, number 25, Xavier Woods. Come on. Xavier Woods, to me, I've been saying 4 months ago, this guy is going to be a Pro Bowler this year. Now, I don't want to jinx it, but I have a lot of belief in this guy. I think that's one of the reasons why for 2 years we don't have Earl Thomas. It's because of Xavier Woods.
Now, this is for all y'all. Now, is it a good thing or a bad thing? I got my opinion about this already, but I want to hear y'all's opinion. Is it a good thing or a bad thing that our defensive backs are getting picks against Dak Prescott?
I think it's a good thing because
it's a good thing.
The offense has been, like the offensive line, like half the time they've been missing, or we've had, obviously, I'm just saying, like we've had other things going on, and I think that especially these early days, it's like knocking a little bit of the rust and trying a few different things. I don't think it's as big of a deal.
It's also the installation of the offense, the new stuff they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They're trying new things. This is always in the first 10 days of camp.
It's bad. God damn it.
Dak always looks bad in practice. No offense. Like I've never seen Dak look like have a practice job and been like, Dak, great job.
There's a lot of reasons why the offense is sputtering a little bit. The defense is dominating every single day, I believe. But the thing is that's the way it usually happens, especially in the beginning of these training camps. The new offense is being installed right now by Kellen Moore, and it's going to take a little bit of a learning curve for that to kind of get in play. But I don't like, this is the part people are going to get pissed at me, Dak Prescott. Man, just one bad day he had, I didn't like overall.
It set you off.
And it set me off, but I do agree with DCFN a little bit on this when it comes to Dak Prescott. Now, I love Dak Prescott. I do believe he's going to be a top quarterback in the league, but I still have a little bit of worry by some of his short passes. They've been coming up short on those deep passes have been short. He's been throwing, I don't really worry about the interceptions because they're trying new things, but it's more Dak's kind of footwork in the pocket. It's getting better, but I don't know. I want to see more. So I'm going to be critical. I'm not going to go. Everyone's saying that Dak is doing great and off the charts. A lot of media is saying this. Don't believe that. I just think Dak is doing well, but he still has some time to learn, I think. So,
first of all,
go ahead, DJ.
I will not subject Dak Prescott interception to the offense trying new thing because trying new things ain't got nothing to do with where he put that damn ball.
Get him!
Trying new things ain't got nothing to do with where he put that ball.
It was a great read by Xavier Woods. That's it. Plain and simple.
And 1980, you said it's a good thing or a bad thing. I think it's a bad thing because how many cornerbacks are out there better than ours? How many safeties are out there better than ours that can intercept better than us? So if our guys who are still learning, who are just learning how to turn their damn heads around and get interception, what about the veteran cornerbacks and safety that we're going to play against? I think it's bad that we are getting interceptions off our own damn quarterback. Dak Prescott should put that ball where it needs to damn be. Hell, you got a few of the best damn wide receivers in the damn league. Put the damn ball where it needs to be. That ain't got nothing to do with no trying, no new, nothing, because that's the same damn arm and the same damn pass. That ain't nothing new. The plays might be new, but where he put that damn ball at ain't got nothing to do with that. So I think it's bad because if Michael Jackson, a damn rookie, intercept Dak, a damn veteran cornerback could do it with his hand on his ball sack.
On one-on-ones, yeah. On one-on-ones, he intercepted. You're going to get some of that sometimes. Michael Jackson did a great job, and he's getting coached up by I believe, one of the best defensive back coaches in the league. So again, when it comes to the aggressive nature of Chris Richard's defense and the way they're kind of playing, and yes, there is some growing pains on this offense, but I agree with some of the inaccuracies of Dak. So I'm in the middle here, and I'm not.
Yeah, so the question is a double-edged sword.
Get better is my point.
The question is a double-edged sword. I get both of y'all's point. I just wanted to ask it because it creates the topic we just had, and it creates fire in the comment section. So, but I wanted to ask. I want to get y'all's view because we've been getting news on Dak's been improving and things like that, and it's good. It's good that Dallas Cowboy Football News was able to go out there and get that footage because that's something he didn't have to do. He went out of his way to do it. So everybody in the comment section, if you haven't subscribed to this guy, make sure you do and check out this footage that he got. It's good to get that hands-on footage, and he was there. So there's really nothing you can beat over actually being there. You know what I'm saying? But us on the outside looking in, all we got to do is watch. All we can do is just watch film and stuff like that. So it's good that he was there, able to really witness that stuff and witness the X's and O's and the stuff that they don't show on TV. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate that, man. Really do.
Hey, not a problem. But Cowboys Abroad did ask about Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush did look good. And I don't know if it's just because Cooper Rush isn't a mobile quarterback, but Cooper Rush's footwork and the way he sets it. Now, don't get me wrong. Cooper Rush did struggle on some throws as well as Dak and as well as Mac White. But Cooper Rush did look decent.
Okay.
And he definitely looked improved from last year for sure. And again, if he's going to be our backup quarterback, I can't wait to see him, some of these preseason games and see.
He's winning. In camp right now, I can tell you he's winning the second string.
Mike White. He's going to beat out Mike White.
Just for me being there, I can tell you.
I think the backup is not on this team still. I'm just going to say that.
I know you're still really rooting for that.
Hey, Redhead stick up for Redhead, so he might make the team.
He's gonna change his number to 17 in solidarity with Garrett.
He's gonna have Kellen Moore on his jersey. More Garrett. That's what it's gonna be on the back of 17.
What y'all think about the linebackers? Dutchman and Sean Lee and Jalen Smith. Football News. What do you?
There's a linebacker, and I don't know his name, but he wears number 57. And he's backing up Sean Lee and then playing that Sean Lee position. And I don't know who he is, but Sean Lee, he better stay healthy because there's a guy knocking on that door.
Is his name Luke Gifford? I think his name is.
His name ain't Joel Lanning. I know that.
Let me tell you, this guy's not. I don't think he's going to make the team. Let's not get your hopes high because this new guy's running.
57.
I just don't see that.
Let me tell you, 57 was running with the starters. Tell me what fourth-string guy that ain't making the team isn't running with the starters.
I mean, maybe they just want to get a look at him. That's all.
Man,
and guess what? The look that he's getting, he's taking advantage. I'm telling you that right now.
Listen, man.
This is his second stint with us, by the way. He just picked him back up.
You only get better.
Lance Lenore looks like damn Julius Edelman every year in training camp. And
Not this year.
Get in the real game and shit the bed.
Not this year.
He can't even show himself. Neither can Noah Brown. They're going to
Noah Brown,
Wilson Jr. and John Vaya Johnson.
Dude, our receiving core is going to be so damn different, but it's going to be so damn good. Just imagine this. And I seen this on the field there. Just imagine this: Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, Randall Cobb, Tavon Austin, Tony Pollard, all on the field at one time.
5 receivers.
You know how much speed that is?
Don't forget that offensive line with Zeke and Dak and Witten and Blake Jarwin. I'm just saying, you got a lot of targets. You got a lot of weapons. We got to do something.
I just hope I have a quarterback that could throw it accurately.
Oh, shit.
I hope he gets better.
I hope he gets better, too. But I can tell you, John Kidna is working on Dak Prescott's footwork.
Dak's got to work harder, I think.
Now,
I couldn't hear you, 1980. What'd you say?
I just think now we really, with this Zeke situation, I'm not trying to go back to it, but realistically, guys, we really have to think about him not being there. Because I got a feeling there's a possibility that Zeke is not going to be there.
I think so too.
I'm serious. I'm just being honest. We got to figure out.
I'm real pissed off.
We got to figure out. I was kind of glad they got Morris because Morris knows the game plan. He knows the system, and Morris did a pretty okay job when Zeke was on suspension back in 2017.
4.0 a carry.
So yeah, I mean, I'm not obviously Morris is not Zeke, he's older, but he's wise and he can kind of show the young guys too.
Yeah, I was gonna say because he's a veteran. I mean, before Morris was there, the only guy that had any NFL experience was Darius Jackson with 16 carries. So they brought you got to bring Alfred Morris in, at least start to teach these guys, the new guys, at the very least. He knows the system, as 1980 said. But he's not. Obviously, we all know he's not a replacement for Ezekiel Elliott. So
Jameis Awaliya looked good too.
Dak is going. If Zeke's not there, Dak is really. He's really going to have to use all these weapons. And the offensive line has really got to be in pass block mode.
He got a lot of them. Say it again, DJ. Say it again, DJ.
He got a lot of weapons.
And he also got I believe, one of the best offensive lines when it's all said and done. If we all there healthy.
Those are grown men.
Dude, with Travis Frederick back, man.
That's the key. That's the key.
He looked good too.
That's the key.
That dude controls that line. He called out the play. That dude, man. Yeah. Tyron Smith, you son of a boy. Hey, football news, don't you bring up no damn Jameis Awaliya can't catch a wide open touchdown. He got a damn touchdown. He dropped the ball.
They're using it a lot more now.
Wait a minute, DJ. Tyron Smith said he felt great. He said he felt great.
See, man, I told y'all every goddamn year. Every year. See, y'all thought every damn year, man.
Hey, you know what? He hasn't missed any games, and he's just taking. He's got a lot of vet days stacked up, no practice, but he comes out and he balls out every year. Every week he balls out.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but every year can't be the best shape.
I love some Tyron Smith. Yeah.
Thank you, fiance. Thank you.
Tyron Smith looks like a. You know what? We hate on Tyron Smith.
I don't.
But this guy hasn't. He didn't allow a sack last year. He made the top 100. He didn't allow a sack.
You already let out any pressures.
That's great. We're still allowed to.
He's talking home, though. He's talking home.
Hey, and we do got
exactly 19.
And we do have a decent backup in Cameron Fleming.
That's all I'm saying.
Look at 19. Hey, what the hell? I'll tell y'all what. What the hell we gonna do with Lyle Collins?
Let him play.
Hey, Cameron Fleming is getting a look at right tackle on second string. I mean, they are really evaluating that right tackle position.
I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about that.
So, if we
Joe Looney is supposed to be playing a little guard too. Did y'all hear about that?
Yeah. Joe Looney does both anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is what I'm looking for in my first preseason game, though, and which is coming up here on the 12th, guys. Football, guys, with the stars on the helmets.
The 10th.
No Cowboys.
Is it the 10th or the 12th?
It's the 10th, I think. The 10th.
I'll tell you right now. I think it is the 10th.
Yeah, with the 49ers.
Is that Saturday or night?
Yeah.
Friday. I'm not sure. Let me double check.
Yeah, if it's Saturday night, it's the 10th.
Oh, I love them Saturday night games.
6 days away. So a week away. Uh-oh. So the next Roundtable is going to be dissecting the first preseason game? Is that what we're talking about? Is that the next Roundtable?
What are you looking for in this one? In this preseason game? Because you're not going to see any starters here. What
I'm looking for Cameron Fleming playing right tackle. I'm looking for number 11. I'm looking for Cooper Rush and Mike White to compete heavy. I'm looking at some backup linebackers because we all know Sean Lee isn't reliable anymore. So sad to say. But it's football. It's a man's game. It's a young man's game if you're old. And unless your name's Jason Witten or Tom Brady, playing at elite levels, then it's time to hang it up. But looking for the linebackers. I'm looking for corner depth. Your guy, and I just said his name to DJ. What is his name?
Tristan Hill?
No, they're 32.
Oh,
Alumba. Donovan Alumba.
He's 34, isn't he?
He's 32.
Is he? Okay. Donovan Alumba. He's not my guy.
Alumba. Yeah,
I think he's up on the 6th spot right now. I want to see how he works in that depth. But I think Michael Jackson got that 5th spot. Jordan Lewis is balling out.
Oh, somebody asked me about Michael Jackson too. I think it was Stephanie. Michael Jackson looked okay. For some reason, and I put this on Twitter, he was trying to do some punt returns, kickoff returns, but he couldn't catch the ball to save his life. But I don't know why he's. And Randall Cobb was catching. And Randall Cobb was catching punt returns too.
Yeah, I don't want him hurt though on that.
I'm going to be excited to see Tony Pollard. That's going to be my main focus right there because I got a feeling. I got a bad feeling. Y'all know when I get these feelings, they pretty much come true. I got a bad feeling about this Zeke situation. I'm serious.
I'm telling you, he might not get paid this year. I'm letting you guys know.
I got a bad feeling. He's not going to be there week 1. Got a feeling.
He might miss the first 3 games. Shit. But hey, last time a Dallas Cowboy running back held out for a contract, they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Let's go, baby. Woo!
Well, you root for a holdout. No. What are you looking for,
We're
baby?
rooting for history repeating itself. I'm actually going to say someone I'm sure some of you guys probably already expect, but our special teams, Brett Maher, guys. So when whatever our preseason team does, when we go to kick those extra points or those field goals, are we going to be missing from 36 again?
He has, but he went for 6 for 6 today.
I know.
I'm glad you said that because when I was there, Brett Maher did not attempt a field goal kick unless he changed his number to number 1. There was a guy out there, number 1, and he was the only one kicking field goals.
That's Casey Redfern, and he's not going to make. He missed. He was 3 for 6 the other day. He missed in 34 yards.
He missed a lot.
Maher. But that Maher good.
I'm trying to figure. I was looking for number 2. I was like, "Where's number 2 at? What? Why? How come he ain't kicking no balls? He didn't kick balls all practice that day."
Well, I need to see number 2.
Knocking through
on the 10th,
preseason.
exactly, making it happen.
I'm looking at a couple different spots. I mean, I want to see, these defensive guys, Dorrance Armstrong. I want to see,
God, he's gonna be good.
He's looking great out there. Taco needs to play better. He's trying to get out there, but I don't know. I think he's in trouble. So we got to see how these guys kind of moving up. Kerry Hyder Jr. Can he get in there? Malik Collins. I don't know if he's going to play that much, but he's looking great out there. Let's be real about Malik Collins.
He ain't broke his toe yet.
No, not yet. But I love our defensive backs. But when I'm looking at for this first preseason game, I want to see these receiver battle right now, the depth, not the starters. Amari Cooper has a bruised heel. He actually left practice today. He's not anytime soon. Yeah, he did. And it started yesterday. He bruised it yesterday. It kind of affected him today. He kind of walked off the field 20 minutes before into practice. Point is, he'll be fine, but they're going to manage him as needed. And again, this is still early, not even a preseason game yet. These guys are not going to play. I don't think Randall Cobb should be taking punts. We got to keep him healthy. I don't want Sean Lee playing special teams. So, all that stuff's got to pan itself out. But in the end, I want to see these receivers, these young guys. And I'm going to name them for you because after the first 3, and you don't have Hearns anymore, I think you're going to look at, and again, Tavon Austin, I don't know how much he's going to play, but I'm looking at Cedric Wilson Jr., John Vea Johnson, Jalen Guyton, Reggie Davis. I want to see these guys out there in the field battling for this spot, and they all mixed and matched with the first team. So it's going to be great to see what goes on in preseason against San Francisco on Saturday, August 10th.
We got a DCFN in the house. DCFN 1973. Welcome, my brother. We come in peace.
Sir.
What you watching, 5th quarter, Cowboys?
Is he there? Oh, there you go.
I bet he's on mute.
Huh? Jason, we're going to hurt the development of our young tight ends.
Debatable.
Get him out of here. Sean Lee. Somebody tell Sean Lee I'm tired of him. I am tired.
No, what are you watching in the preseason game?
Preseason?
Yeah, what you watching? What's the competition like for you? What you watching? What's the battle you're watching?
Man, all I want to see is running backs because I don't know if 21 gonna be here.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I promise you. I'm not worried about the receivers. I'm not worried about our defense. Our whole offensive line paid. Dak Prescott is there still playing for a little money because he know the money will come. Mark Cooper know the money will come. I wish Zeke understood that the money will come.
Yeah.
Like Zeke is holding out because he's not getting paid. Zeke, newsflash. Dak ain't got no big check. Amari ain't got no big check. The money will come. I wish he was there. So I'm looking out for running backs. I've been seeing Mike Weber hit head up with Mike Weber is grabbing that ball and man, he is running to these dudes, man. Like, oh my God. Yes. Mike Weber is man. So I'm looking for running backs because in my opinion right now, that's the only position that matters.
Yep, that's true.
We got our quarterback. We got our receivers. We got our offensive line. We got a top 5 defense. I'm worried about running backs.
Number one thing Number one thing,
the
no
second thing,
injuries.
worry about Kellen Moore.
Injuries.
No
Yeah.
injuries.
That's number one.
I can't look for that. I don't want to look for that.
For me, running backs, 2, Kellen Moore.
Oh yeah, Kellen Moore. Yeah, yep.
Fifth quarter Cowboys. Y'all got anything else? Anybody got anything else?
No, I'm good,
Anybody?
brother.
That 1980, man. What are you looking for, real quick?
It's fun.
About the same thing, man. Running backs, Kellen Moore. Trying to see what's up. Yep, that's about it with me. Running backs and Kellen Moore. Trying to see how much of a difference Kellen Moore is going to make. Trying to see how he's going to manage all these different egos, all these superstars on paper that looks really good. I just want to see. I'm really anxious to see the genius at work that they call him. So yeah, and running back.
That's a great point. Next meeting.
I'm worried about
Kellen Moore in action.
now. I am now starting to get worried about it. Right now, as we speak,
I'm not gonna look for Kellen Moore till week 3. Especially hers against the Texans.
Good point too.
Yeah, so we had one final question for Mrs. Scouting Pro for the entire roundtable. She said, and I'm kind of paraphrasing here because it was a bit
I think
back.
you asked it.
No, it was a separate one.
Oh,
so
okay.
the Eagles were able to sign, Carson Wentz, and they were able to sign all these players, and they have this whole team built, and they have the same amount of cap available as the Cowboys do right now currently. So, they did that. We did what we did. Basically, how is it that they were able to do what they did and obviously succeed and get to a Super Bowl, whatever, and we built our team the way that we have, and obviously we are where we're at now as far as contract signings.
But we're on the Super Bowl brink.
Yeah, basically,
hence why I say we just.
If you want to clarify a little more, Mrs. Scotty Pro in the chat,
remember, we saved this money all these years so we can spend it on these guys for a 3 years block to make a run at the Super Bowl right now. This is why we got our own guys here.
I think part of it too is honestly we do suffer a little bit whether we like it or not. Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones, them being the ones in charge of all this, I can't speak to their experience, whether they're the best ones to do it or not, but obviously they're doing it their way, I don't know if that's the most successful way, but they're doing it their way. So, what do you guys think? And obviously if she clarifies down in the chat, but basically, is it possible for us to build, I guess, the team that we want, or is it possible for us to sign everybody in the way we want to too and succeed the way that the Eagles have similarly?
Yes, we can. You guys?
Fifth quarter Cowboys, go ahead.
We was in Cap Hill for a long time, man. Y'all know this is one topic I always talk about.
Yeah.
You get out of Cap Hill to sign players, to have the best players, and hope for the best, because shit, the Rams spent every dollar down to a damn penny for that team they had last year. They had Brandon Cooks, they had the Aaron Donald, Ndamukong Suh, man, Todd Gurley, CJ, them boys, Peterson, Aqib Talib. The Rams went and broke the damn bank just to get shit down by Bill Belichick right there at the end. So I think it's possible. I think our defense is way better than the Rams. Zeke is clearly better than Todd Gurley. We clearly have better receiver. Even though Brandon Cooks has averaged 1,000 yards since I think the last 4 or 5 years, however long he's been around, and that's another thing. Brandon Cooks came out with 1,000 yards season, told Bill Belichick, I'm ready to get paid. Bill Belichick told him, go get paid, because I ain't doing it. Anyways.
I don't know where you go get that money from.
Go get it, man. And he told him go get it, and he went and got it, and he lost to the same coach in the Super Bowl.
You know why? Because they're winning Super Bowls.
Exactly. Like I say, the money will come. And see, Dak, that's why Dak, I hate to get off subject, that's why Dak is such a leader, because there's no way Prescott wasn't going to be there with his team in training camp. It wasn't no way. It was, and you can bet his agent told him probably hold. Man, Dak wasn't finna hold. It ain't in him.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a country Southern boy, man. Us Southern boy. We talk respect.
Yeah.
We talk men, prideful. But that wasn't gonna lead them dudes out there like that. It just ain't in us. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
So Zeke grew up spoiled, man.
Yeah.
And I want Zeke to get paid, but not at the expense of him saying how much he gets. You just can't run your team that way. Jerry and them is not going back in cap here. That's why they so antsy about paying people, because look, we was bad. We was off bad, man.
Yeah.
We was bad, man. At one point, our leading sack rusher was Jack Crawford. Because we didn't have nobody else, like
Jerry Mincy
and Jeremy Mincy, Jack Crawford, like so. We for a while, man, we didn't have nobody, man. I just don't think you can think because you spent all the money that means Super Bowl. It doesn't mean that. Ask the Rams, because you spent football news. What you say about the Giants defense? What you used to say?
a $200 million defense. That's a trash can. $200, $2 million trash.
$200 million defense.
Nothing. $200 million trash.
Nothing.
You know what? But it's hard to compare though. Fifth quarter. I'm pulling up the Eagles' salary cap numbers this year. They still got $20 million on the books right now to use. But if you look at their cap, I mean, they did it smart. With the extension, like a total cap, Fletcher Cox is $22 million. That's what Tank Lawrence is going to be making, right? Right here, Carson Wentz on the books this year, $18 million on the books this year. If people are thinking about Dak's going to be $14 million more than that. They did it smart. You look at Alshon Jeffrey, their top receiver, $15.9 million total cap right now. You look at Brandon Graham, $13.3 million. Zach Ertz, they're tied in, 12.3. Brandon Cooks, 11.4.
12.3.
12.3. Malcolm Jenkins, the corner, right? 10.8. And then you start getting to the 10,000s and lower. Like they just did it amazing. Their players took hometown discounts, and that's what we need from our players.
Good money management by the front office, I believe, and also even though they're going to be in trouble kind of a little bit next year, I think that they also got a Super Bowl out of it, right? And that's why
I don't think they will be in cap trouble next year. They got $5 million. They got $20 million right now. If they don't use that money, it rolls over, and if the salary cap goes up $10 million, that's $30 million
open, right?
That's $30 million. That's $40 million in cap space that they got. They're not going to be in cap trouble.
They did a good move, and it's not. I don't think it's hometown discounts. It's the way they created the contracts and put them together like a puzzle. 1 year,
they didn't let the players dictate on what they was going to make. That's what happened.
They work with the players. It seems like they work with them more in the way we're doing it.
They have plenty of players that are still out there making bank and still getting paid, and they have their big contracts. But like I said, it starts from the top. It's because it's the way that they structure these contracts, the way that the team is managing the contracts, all of it. And with Steven and Jerry Jones, for as great moves as they make, I just don't see them managing these contracts and all of it the same way.
I think they're doing it. They're trying to do the same thing, but cheaply.
And again, like that's why I said they're doing what they think is best. They're doing things very much their way.
But is it cheap though, or is it cheap, or is it them trying to be careful and not get messed up?
Is it smart? Is it cheap or is it smart?
Fine line.
I think it's both. I don't think there's anything wrong with being careful or cautious or obviously protecting yourself as a team and an organization, but we're just cheap. Jerry is cheap. Every single offer, every single thing that we've ever heard, and I'm not saying it in
he just blows money crazily.
Tactic. I just mean
being in cap hell for years doesn't seem cheap to me though.
Right, he paid guys for their past performance, not their future.
But that's when you get paid. Like Dez ain't get paid until he had good years.
We didn't get a Super Bowl out of that.
Again, I'm not saying
they were paying for the
16 touchdowns.
That's what I'm trying to say. They were paying for the whole
2014
Romo and Dez and Witten and the offensive line for the future to win Super Bowls. It didn't happen. And listen, I'm not saying you should go into cap hell, but I do think that you got to be smart about your money, like you did with Tank. I think the other
and paying Dak $35 million a year ain't smart.
No, sir.
What was that? Paying
Dak $35 million is not smart.
Again, that's a thing. If he's a franchise quarterback, I'm sorry. You're gonna have. It's not me. This is an agent thing they use, this market value thing, which you can say is BS. But if you put him up to Wentz, you put him up with these other guys, he's not gonna take a hometown discount because we want him to. So being real about the situation, that's why it's taking so long. I'm sure the Cowboys are undercutting him at who knows how low.
And you wonder why I didn't talk to his ass.
We might be in trouble.
Hey, I'm good. I'm good, but I ain't got anything else to say. I'm done.
We might be.
Everybody good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Fifth quarter Cowboys, where can they find you?
Field quarter Cowboys. I like this new look. Y'all. It look good on YouTube, man.
It's gonna do.
It does. It look real good on YouTube. Field quarter Cowboys on YouTube. I'm gonna start back doing more videos. Ready to get this season started, man. Let's see. What year is this for Dak? 4?
Going into 4, yeah.
4. I want Dak to improve. John Kitna is really working with the technical aspects of being a quarterback with Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
He's trying to be very precise. I saw Dak step back for a play, and before he could throw the ball, John Kitna stopped him because he had already did something wrong. He didn't even let him when Dak stepped back, John Kitna stepped in and he didn't even let him throw it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And I loved it. I love seeing that. I was like, thank you. Like, I don't know nothing about the footwork thing, but clearly Kitna saw something wrong and he didn't even let Dak throw the ball. He stopped him. And that's a plus. We didn't see this. We didn't see this with nobody else that was helping Dak in the past. Dak learned on the job. Like, it's like when you lie on your resume like you did something, you go there and you fucked.
Right. Yeah.
You get there and you like, damn, I shouldn't have lied about this. Now I gotta, so they threw Dak in the fire. They wanted him to be a gunslinger. He just wasn't that. And Dak is just now in year 4 learning the true essence of a QB by John Kitna. You got quarterbacks that wasn't flashy and all great, but they knew how to be precise. And I think John Kitna was that guy. And he's really working with Dak Prescott. Dak still has ups and downs. Like I say, Dak took more of a beating than he learned how to be an NFL quarterback, in my opinion. He got beat up more than he learned how to be a quarterback. And I'm just looking forward to, a lot of that. I'm looking forward to being top 2 defense. I'm looking forward to being the top 2 offensive lines. We got the team. If Zeke can get things worked out, holy hell. It's gonna be, and I'm not saying we the best, because there's a lot of good damn teams in the NFL right now.
Yeah,
there's a lot of them, man. But
I'll say it, we the best.
A lot of them ain't got a Zeke. A lot of them ain't got the good running back and the good wide receivers. They either got one or the two, and we got a lot of good guys. So yeah, appreciate y'all tuning in. Field quarter Cowboys, man. Roundtable, we are back.
Yes, sir.
My Cowboys family. Guys, real quick, man, I'm just so pumped up. The next time we talk on this roundtable, it's going to be dissecting the preseason game. I'm going to get me some cake. Close it out, MCF. Where can they find you?
You guys can find us on pretty much every single social media platform as My Cowboys Family. We're live every day, news and full updates on our Cowboys. Make sure to hit like on this live stream on 1980s live stream, guys. Show some love.
Sub it up to all these guys.
Sub it up to everybody on this roundtable panel. Thank you guys so much for, being able to sit here, talk Cowboys. It just the passion comes through because the closer to the season we get, all of us are a little bit crazier.
Yeah.
A little bit crazier.
All of us want, the star over everything. We want the Cowboys to win a Super Bowl.
1980s, almost at full power. Oh man, we're going to see the power.
I see the power going up.
The Pats are going to do a little bit of talking next Saturday. And honestly, I just can't believe that we are exactly 7 days away from seeing a little bit of football. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Over
But don't
everything.
forget the number one thing, not just a star over everything, but
you know what's coming.
Go
Cowboys! Oh, let's go, baby. I'm ready. Let's do it.
I love it. Absolutely. Guys, thank you guys for giving a little piece of your Saturday night to us. And I should have said this when we first started the show, but my thoughts are out to the El Paso community for the tragedy that struck today. Guys, look at your family members today. Hug them tight because tomorrow is not promised, guys. People went to a mall. People went to Walmart not knowing that they wouldn't walk out of that Walmart alive. Or that mall alive. So definitely hold on to your family members tonight, guys, and forever, and don't take anything for granted. And my prayers and my thoughts are for El Paso. And you can find me here on Dallas Cowboy Football News on YouTube, Dallas Cowboy Football News on Facebook, DCF News 1 on Twitter. If you're man enough to talk X's and O's, slide in my DMs like a hoe. 1980, close out your channel.
I love it. Hey, everybody, man. Once again, thank you for taking time out of your Saturday to come listen to us run our mouths about the America's team, the most popular, richest team in history, Dallas Cowboys, guys. One and only Dallas Cowboys, man. The NFL would not be the same if it wasn't for the Dallas Cowboys. Don't you get that? It's just, we're a part of a magical, beautiful thing, beautiful team. Every other fan base hates us, man, because we are the Dallas Cowboys. And we're the number one topics on the shows. Even when we haven't been in the Super Bowl for 25 years, we're still the first topic, guys. So that ought to tell you something right there, man. But guys, Dallas Cowboy football news just made a great point. And that's why I always say at the end of my videos, you never know what the day is going to bring you, because, you never know when your time is coming. And, we get on here, guys, and we talk about the Cowboys, and we agree to disagree, and, yada, yada, yada. But when it all boils down to it, we're just the bestest friends in the world. We talk outside of this and offline and everything. And, we all root for the best team in football, and have our differences and opinions. But that's what it is. We're just fans. We don't work for the Cowboys. We don't play for the Cowboys. We don't know Jerry Jones personally, and etc. So everybody's opinions, just because you have your opinion, don't mean it's right, or it doesn't mean it's wrong. Sometimes you're going to be wrong. Sometimes you're going to be right. And that's what you got to be able to live with, So, but once again, my heart and prayers goes out to all the families in El Paso, man. Just going out shopping, buying groceries. I just left Walmart right up the street right here. I went to go get the O.J. Simpson gloves, but you never know what can happen. So that's why you got to treat everybody with respect, regardless of what fan base you belong to. You still got to treat everybody with respect and kindness, man. This ain't a game. We ain't doing drive-by shootings. People's lives are in danger every day. You never know what's going to happen. So that's why you got to always be kindful and respect people. But, guys, the season is here, man. We got a game this Saturday, the 10th, against the 49ers, I believe. And it's finally here, man. We waited long enough. It takes so long for football season to come around, but it's finally here. The best sport in the world is finally here. And I can't wait to regroup with these guys to talk football again, talk Cowboys. But, guys, make sure you do these things, man. Make sure you stay cowboyed up and prayed up, because you never know what the day is going to bring you. Holla back. We out.